One of the news items doing the rounds in the last couple of days has been a bit of a stoush between the Hispania Racing team and the Formula One Teams Association, or FOTA, the body that's been set up to represent the team's interests in the commercial rights matters for the sport. HRT has been removed from FOTA, or as HRT claims, they have withdrawn their membership from FOTA and refused to pay the fee. FOTA is on the flip side saying that they were suspended because they didn't pay the fee. It seems to be two sides of the same coin, in all honesty, and it's not going to do much to help FOTA's overall stability there if they've already got one defecting team, instead of trying to have to present a united front when it comes to negotiating the new commercial rights for the sport. The Concord Agreement has now well and truly run its course, and a new version needs to be negotiated. The smaller teams are wanting to see a greater slice of the revenues being directed their way so that they can stay in competition, and they'll also be looking for FOTA to provide more support to be able to ensure their longevity and better competitiveness as well too. So there seems to be some conflicting measures in there, so hopefully the entire thing will be able to sort itself out. But generally for HRT, they've been getting into the news for, by and large, all of the wrong reasons. They've had sponsors drop out, driver sackings, there's been some really poorly managed communication around why drivers have come and gone and not raced and raced, as well as the technical collaboration with Toyota for 2011 dropping out. Toyota is again saying that HRT didn't pay. It seems to be a rather common thing happening here. HRT is claiming that they couldn't have pursued with the Toyota agreement anyway because they couldn't get the Cosworth engine into the Toyota spec chassis. So there seems to be a little bit of a need for a steadier hand on the tiller of the HMS HRT. One hopes that they'll be able to provide that in the future as well too. Certainly Narayan Karthikeyan's arrival at the team will bring in some much needed sponsorship and again ensure that commercially the sport is in good hands from the perspective of actually having greater involvement from India in its operation as well too. You have the Indian team in the Indian Grand Prix, and it would be a terrible waste not to actually have an Indian driver as well. Sadly, what this means for Karan Chandok, it's highly unlikely we'll see him on the grid in 2011, but one certainly hopes that there are opportunities for him to be able to get involved and to stay in Formula One. Certainly there seems to be suggestions of a test role with Lotus that he might be able to take up. So fingers crossed for him. It would definitely be a terrible shame if he were off the grid.